guys, it's Nana, Foxxy Mama 365. Be sure to share, like, and hit that notification bell. Yes, so it's the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 14. If you've got it, hunt it, okay? I have a few things I was going to start with. Yeah, I was going to start with Kenya's outfit. I don't know how many times we're going to say that people's traditional outfits is not a Halloween costume. Okay? Do not wear my gilly because I'm from Nigeria, okay? Do not wear my gilly and my traditional outfit as a Halloween costume. I don't know how many times we're going to say it. I don't know how many times we're going to yell it out. I don't know how you're going to get it to your numbskull. Anyways, so Kenya did apologize for that. I don't know how it is because Kenya always seems to be so knowledgeable. So I don't know how it is that she got caught in wearing an Indian. It's just not. People's traditional attire are not costumes. Okay? First things first. Latoya. Yeah, she wasn't just drunk. There's no way you're going to ever convince me that Latoya was just playing up all of that as being drunk. No. Because you don't come into someone's house and just begin to disrespect them, disrespect their husband, you know, like start yelling all kinds of, you know, profanities in the driveway and all of that. Anyway, let's start from the beginning, okay? So Marlo's showroom to rent out her dresses, and Kenya said this is more like Marlo's alleyway, okay? Not the hair care. Kenya more hair. So anyway, Falynn is there with Marlo. Marlo has this, I think it's called Le Archive. So she's going to be renting out really high-end designer outfits, which is kind of okay. I don't know if, well, like Kenya also said, she'll be scared to rent out some of this stuff with all these ladies that have whappers. So, so she's wondering how Marlo is going to get it done. Anyway, they get invited to Falynn's event, and Falynn's like, yeah, she's going to be having this Halloween party, so girls get ready. Halloween is here. Yeah, so of course, moving on from that, Falynn leaves. Kenya and Marlo get to talking. Marlo is kind of, you see Marlo is like almost giddy like a little girl to have Kenya as her friend, and I'm like, girl. But anyway, she gets to asking Kenya that, well, Kenya's still talking about how some of the girls were doing all kinds of things, and Marlo's like, well, did it really happen? If it happened, or maybe they were watching porn. Kenya like, girl, stop. Well, anyways, at this point, Marlo's like, she doesn't really know if Kenya is really trying to be her friend or if Kenya has an agenda. So she's like, she's going to be watching Kenya. But anyway, it's kind of nice that Kenya is, you know, there for her. She's one of the first customers to come through. She's also going to be, you know, taking pictures and liking on Instagram, which is kind of nice, okay? At this point, Marlo feels she needs to tell her about what Latoya had done and the fact that Latoya was spreading her tea around town, okay? So she says to her, girl, Latoya is telling us that Mark, you know, not only has filed for divorce and that he's also asking for alimony. Girl, and Kenya's like caught off guard. She's like, what? She's kind of in shock. Girl, just be careful what you tell her, okay? So Kenya, like at this point, she's like, Latoya really did that? Okay, girl. Moving on. Drew is learning about her grandmammy and her family tree. So she gets to telling us about how previously her first son, Josiah, is from another man whom, unfortunately, before the child was born, he went to jail. So Josiah really never met his father until he was about 2, when she took him to the jail to see him, and then he met him again, I think about a few years, much later, when he was maybe like, he's 9 now, so maybe like he must have met him again when he was like 8, and he really was confused. So she gets to sit down with her mom and is talking about the family tree and how she's booked and busy. Okay, Kenya, take note. So she has this event going to happen in New Orleans, and she's going to invite ladies, and she's like, well, she wants to go meet her family on that side. So she gets talking to her mom, and she is like, oh, she really doesn't know a lot of people. And her mom's like, yeah, that her granddad on that side was white, and how in those days they couldn't, you know, when they were going to travel from one end of town to another end of America, they really couldn't stop anywhere because the hotels and all of that. So they had the green book. You guys should go check that out. That's why they had the green book. The green book was kind of like a directory to kind of tell black people, colored people, where they could stay you know, where they could stop to get gas and things like that if they were like traveling on trips, which is kind of sad that in the 1830, in the 1900s, early 1900s, black people were still being lynched, and like, it's just sad. But anyways, Latoya is like, but mom, you're talking about just the white side. What about your other side of the family? And her mom is like, girl, are you really going to be coming at me with this bullshit? You didn't tell me you were going to be bringing this topic up. So she's like, yeah, that she knows her mom was also adopted. So we see her getting the story of what happened to her mom. Her mom was also adopted, and her mom's dad never really looked up to her. She was adopted by white parents, and her mom says, look, as far as she's concerned, excuse me. Her mom says that as far as she's concerned, you know, that pretty much those are her parents, and she's not going to start looking for someone that after 76 years really hasn't checked for her. So Latoya is like, okay, mom, but you know, because you're also an adopted child, you know, with what we're going to go through with Jojo, just like wondering how we're going to approach the subject. And her mom is like, listen, those are her parents, her DNA and all, so she's moving forward. Good luck. Cynthia and Mike Hill, we are chilling, okay? And they're reminiscing about the wedding and how it was a great event, and you know, and they're talking about how the vows went and how Cynthia's vow went on for like 9 minutes. Girl. Okay, Cynthia is very happy and very excited to be. You can see, like, she's even telling Mike, you're glowing, and Mike is like, yes, very happy. And then they get talking about Leon. They showed the video of Leon talking to Cynthia Bailey. You know, how now they're getting married, and this time around you're going to be a good wife to Mike Hill, okay? And I'm like, okay, Leon. He couldn't make it, but it was kind of nice to just see that post. It was cool. So anyway, Mike is saying that at this point he thinks he's ready to get a house, so he's kind of excited. And Drew calls to let Cynthia know that, hey, can we go? Would you be interested in going to New Orleans? And Cynthia's excited. She's also happy that Mike is like thinking about getting a house in Atlanta, because Mike is an alpha male, so he doesn't really enjoy living in a woman's house. So it would be nice to get somewhere, you know, kind of like what happened with Dennis and Portia, which is why Dennis kept on saying, we have to find a house, because at any point Portia kept on kicking him out, you know. So Mike is saying, you know what, let's get a place for both of us, you know, and we can still keep Lake Bailey or sell it, whatever you want to do, but he's also still going to keep his own place. So we'll see how that plans out. So Jojo is having none of it, okay? Jojo is Josiah, Drew's son. So Drew gets to sitting down with Ralph and letting him know we have to deal with this issue. She was hoping that she would never have to deal with this. The fact that the young man has two fathers in his life, and her ex, who's the boy's real dad, really wants to is out of jail and is trying to make an effort. But like, obviously she's scared, because she doesn't know if the guy is if he's really doing it for good, or if he's really going to be consistently in his life. You don't want someone coming into the child's life and then not being there years down the line, and you know, because it causes a lot of confusion for a young child. But you can already see the young child already deciding and saying, no, I don't wanna, not today, maybe tomorrow, but no. So anyways, they get to sitting him down and trying to talk to him and letting him know, you know, how we have an old daddy and now there's a new daddy and all of that, and how your old daddy, and he's like, nope. Would you think you want to, you know, hang out with your old daddy? Nope. Do you want to spend some time? Nope. It's sad, but it's his reality. And since the dad is reaching out, it's always nice to have a relationship with your biological parents, if when that is possible. So he says, okay, maybe not now, maybe in the future he might think about it and he might be ready to, you know, sit down and build that relationship. But I hope it really works out for them, because he has two men in his life that love him, and his mom is there also, so it should just be good for him. Moving on, Falynn's Halloween party. No food, no fun. No food, no shade. Listen, girl, Falynn, you ain't gonna invite people. Okay, you're gonna have a party. You have to have some kind of entertainment, okay? You have to kind of create some kind of entertainment. You could have looked at other parties. I mean, you could have had other guests. That would have probably made it a little nicer. I know it's your home. You probably might, and obviously with the COVID situation, you really don't want. But you could have gotten, you know, other activities to have made it a little more fun. Anyways, Shamia comes as an astronaut. Candy comes as what does she come as again? But Candy looks nice. Her makeup is dope too. Cynthia is hand sanitizer, and she's like, yeah, well, the last 2 or 5, 10 years ago, she came as 50 Cent, and she was and I'm like, girl, that was like 20 years ago, okay? Anyways, Falynn is Medusa. Kenya, again, I've said it, came as a Native American, and I'm like, girl, bye. Marlo is not coming. Drew is Cats the musical, which is kind of, she looks okay, but they were like, oh, okay, all right, Drew. Portia is still not there. Then of course in comes Latoya. Latoya is Dead Mermaid, and Latoya really, I liked her outfit. She really looks nice. Yeah, that for me that was really nice. So anyway, Latoya comes and she comes in hot and bothered. She starts with, oh, what a nice place you have, but girl, this is what 65-year-old gets you. And everybody's like, girl, really, you're gonna walk in and start dissing this poor girl and her man? Really? Everybody's like, well, tread lightly, girl. So she then, of course, Latoya now goes into, where are the drinks? Like, no one to serve, no service here. And Falynn is still being nice, and she's like, girl, what do you want? What's your liquor of, what's your liquor of choice? What do you want, I'll get it for you. Falynn is still being nice, and Falynn gets up to actually go get it, but she makes a comment saying, that's because that's what poor people do, And everybody's like, oh, yes. But Falynn is, I don't know why, I would never. Falynn still gets up to go get it. I'm like, why? Like, first of all, there is a pandemic, so that's probably why we don't have that many people, right? So what are you trying to do? Why would I need to serve you? Girl, go get your own food, go get your own drink. Then of course, there wasn't no food. Cynthia said, listen, Candy would never, okay? And all the food that was spread out there, Candy alone could have eaten it all. Cynthia, you ain't shit for that, but it is the truth. Then Latoya, of course, starts talking, and she goes that this would never have been, she's trying to retort back about how she ain't that broke and all of that. So anyway, she sees that Kenya is acting up, and she tells the ladies, oh, Kenya is being cold to her, how she's been trying to reach Kenya, and Kenya is not answering her, and Kenya has been ignoring Latoya. But anyways, Drew at this point is like, you know what, let's go do a toast. But before that, Latoya also tries to comfort Drew and says, oh, how she and Drew are in a good place, and Drew took her home. However, Drew was also drunk, and Drew's like, girl, Drew's like, girl, like, just get over me, Drew's like, anyway, a toast. So they get to toasting Chill, and they get to toasting Candy's new role in Envy, a movie which she's trying to get in shape for. What else did they get to toasting? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyways, Latoya and Kenya get to talking. They get to sitting down somewhere off, and they get to talking. At this point, Kenya is ready to talk. And Kenya's like, girl, I don't understand why you're bringing me up, especially to people that I don't F with. And Latoya has the audacity to say, pretty much, she felt that she needed to defend Kenya, when the ladies brought up that whole situation. And Kenya is upset. She's like, why are you making it seem like you have to defend me? I wasn't the one that was sleeping with a stripper. I wasn't the one that was sleeping with the tramp. I'm not a tramp. Why do you feel like you have to defend or make it like, oh, what I did something wrong that needs defending? Latoya goes in again and says, well, pretty much it's about because Candy had brought it up. So because of that, I thought it was in the public space. So that's why I was speaking about it, and I was making it look like, you're going through a divorce and all of that. And Kenya is mad again, and obviously she doesn't even adjust the fact that Candy brought it up. However, Kenya is still going in and saying, girl, I just don't understand why you feel that you have to bring this issue and make me the bad person. Latoya is laughing and giggling and not able to take the conversation serious. Like, she can't really tell that Kenya is serious at this point. Latoya is kind of laughing, and Kenya is like, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Latoya says, well, you know what, this is how I am. You have to take me for who I am. If you can't take me for this, then you know what, maybe you shouldn't be my friend. Kenya's got off guard. Kenya's like, what? Really? Is that what you're really going to tell me? Why are you yelling? Why are you raising... This conversation was a little like, okay. I'm happy that Kenya is kind of getting someone that is like unstable, and she's like realizing that Latoya is really not a stable mind. Latoya, Kenya is trying to make a point, and Latoya is laughing and giggling. Obviously, Latoya is high. listen, that's the only thing I can put it up to. Because Latoya, like, listen, I can't even take you seriously in that, in your feathers and all of that, in your attire. I can't take you. So Kenya, like, you know what? Don't just leave me be. Latoya chasing after her to try to talk, and she's laughing, and she doesn't know that. Listen, Kenya is really upset about this whole situation. Moving on, Portia comes in. Portia like, hey, what's everybody wearing? Portia's dead as dull. She's like a little pussycat. She's like, yeah, she just came outside, little pussy. And everybody's like, and Candy and all the other ladies are like, girl, that's so boring. Like, you shouldn't have bothered. And of course, everybody's saying, what's going on? The party is so boring. Where's everybody? What is happening? You know? And Portia says it's just as well that she got her $2 outfit from wherever it is she got the outfit from. You know, and she didn't waste her money or her, you know, or makeup and all of that. Latoya says, you know what, she's going to step. Kenya, are you going to see me out? No. Portia, maybe you see me out. Okay, girl, come on. And she's like, yeah, Portia's already like seeing you out. Where were you guys? Oh, we went to the pool, but her hair is dry. That's Portia saying. But her hair is dry, so what else got wet? Ooh. So anyways, Portia's going to be seeing Latoya out. So Portia goes up. Portia's like, what is going on? Latoya is trying to catch her up and say, oh yeah, Kenya is offended and upset that she brought up the Mark situation. And Portia is like, yeah, rightly so, but how does that have anything to do with me? So at this point, Latoya is saying, well, you know what, you have to tell me what really is going on between you and Kenya. And I'm thinking, girl, do you want us to go back to season 5? No, that's like almost 10 years ago. No, you can go watch it up, okay? Where, yeah, Portia dragged Kenya by her few strands of hair. Yeah, so that's really where it starts. So pretty much, like Portia is saying, you're speaking English, but I'm not understanding you. That has nothing to do with me. You know, nobody was attacking Kenya. You were the one that offered up that information out of the blue. Like, okay, oh, Kenya's upset. Latoya is saying Kenya's upset because we kissed. Yeah, but that still doesn't have anything to do with me. You're speaking English, but you're kind of sounding like French, okay? So at this point, they're still like trying to make... Portia is trying to make sense of what Latoya is saying. Like I said, Latoya is high. There's no other way. And I don't just think she's high from alcohol, okay? So at this point, Kenya says, you know what, she's making her way out. Falynn, can you please see me out? So they get out, and they're right in the front of the front porch. And at this point, Portia's like, you know what, I'm done. Latoya is like, she's going home. Latoya, why are you leaving so soon? Oh, because the mood in the house is so bad. And she's like, yeah, maybe the mood is bad because you came into my home and you're attacking my man, okay? And my home, yeah. And at this point, you see Latoya starts. She literally starts going in on, yeah, this is not your house, it's not your property. Falynn retorts, oh yeah, you know what, before I'm 31, but I have 3 sons already. 3 sons by 3 different men. Oh dear. And at this point, she's like, you're not going to be coming here to disrespect me. And she's like, yeah, your man is 64 and you should keep it in your mouth. And pretty much talking about how, it's saggy. Like Cynthia said, anybody that comes to Lake Bailey and insults me and my man will be under the bottom of the lake, okay? So at this point, you see Falynn, the other ladies are still talking inside there, but like, yeah, they can see things, they can hear it's escalating, and they're like, yeah, there's definitely going to be a fight, something is going to go down. And we see Falynn run like crazy through the kitchen, and we're like, what in the world? The only way we knew was Falynn, according to Portia, was because there was a snake on the floor. Yeah, everybody, Havana showed up. So Falynn rushes in to go get a golf club. So we're about to have a Tiger Woods situation, okay, with Falynn. So Falynn, luckily her husband is somewhere. He shows up from somewhere to grab her and restrain her. All the other ladies are like, what in the world? What is good? You know what? It's time to go. Where my car keys at? I can't invite you guys nowhere because you guys just don't know how to. You know, everybody's like, what happened? Cynthia saying, you know what? She was going in on Falynn and her husband in their house. And at this point, Drew and the other ladies are like, you know what? Latoya really just needs to get a grip. Like, enough is enough, you know? Especially when you're drunk all the time. It's like, girl, you know, you try to do this to Drew, to do it like in all the way the last time during the last trip, and you're doing it again now. Like, enough, you know? We'll see what's going to happen. It's sad. Like I said, Latoya is very lucky she got away. Otherwise, she would have had a Tiger Woods situation with those golf clubs, okay? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, be sure to share, and subscribe. Next week we're going to see what happens. I think the girls are going to be going to New